Hello and welcome to another Type Queenie session here at Katjoga with a K and a J. It is a 5:15 session. That means we do 5 poses in about 15 minutes. And by holding the poses a little bit longer, we can really relax into them. We do that by breathing into the poses. And that way we really open up not only to the benefits of the pose, but generally we open up to the moment. And I think we could all use a little bit more of that in life. For this session, you might want to bring 2 yoga blocks and be close to a wall. If you don't, that's no problem. I will give you other alternatives. Okay, come to the mat and we're gonna start in kneeling. Actually, come to all 4s. Hello, Oscar. Now you know why I had the attractive door open and Zorro is still back there too. So we're gonna start on all 4s here. First, just give yourself a bit of a stretch. Maybe come into a child's pose and roll up. Hello, Zorro. And stretch your sides. Just do whatever movements you feel you need before you can start. Hey. All right. And then the first pose of our 5 poses is gonna wake us up immediately into the moment and into our body, because it is gonna require some balance right away. So stretch out your right leg behind you. Keep touching the floor though with the toes. And stretch out the left arm. This is what we used to do. Now put down the left arm and instead put out your right arm. And immediately you should feel how you have to activate your core to really make this balance possible. You can also turn in your left foot a little bit, and that will give you a little bit more of a base to balance on, right? Instead of having the top of the foot face down on the mat, you're gonna just turn it in a little bit. All right, so try this again. Stretch out the right arm, the right leg is out. And if you can and want to, you could even try to lift up that right leg. Keep breathing and keep making yourselves really, really long. Make sure that right shoulder is staying away from the ear, and make sure the left arm is really pushing into the mat. Stay proud and keep breathing. Maybe you start feeling this a little bit in the left glutes. That's wonderful. That's what we're aiming for. The glutes and the core. Put down your right arm, put down the right leg, and come into a child's pose. Breathe. And come back up. We're going to repeat this to the other side. So stretch out the left leg, keep the toes on the floor, and maybe turn in your right foot a little bit to create a base. Now stretch out the left arm. Feel how your core is activated immediately. Keep pushing into the mat with that right arm and keep the left shoulder away from the ear. And now slowly, carefully see if you can lift up that left leg. I'm challenging you here a bit to wake you up, to make you arrive into the practice right away. We're not daydreaming anymore. If you lose balance, that's no problem at all. Just keep challenging yourself. Breathe. Enjoy the challenge. Put the left hand down, Put the left leg down and come into a child's pose. We've earned this one, haven't we? Come onto all fours again. Curl the toes under. Come into a down facing dog. And now step the right leg forward between your hands. You can do this, you can help yourself with the hand if you want to. So the foot comes approximately between your hands and you can be up on your fingertips. This doesn't matter how far up you have to be, that depends on the flexibility of your legs. And once you've settled in here, once your hip is getting used to the stretch, put the weight on the left arm, put the left palm down, and open yourself up to the sky. Now this is where you might want to use a block if this is too difficult for you. You can use it on any height under your left hand just to bring the floor a little closer to you. And now what we concentrate on is on keeping a length between the left heel and the right knee, and then of course opening up to the sky. Keep the upper back proud. Keep joy in your face. Breathe into this. Arrive. Try not to try to be somewhere else. Be right here. Look down. Bring the right arm down and step the right foot back into downward facing dog. Stretch your low back here. Make yourself long. And then step the left leg, the left foot between your arms again. Use the help of your own hand to get there if that is what's needed. Come up on the fingertips and give yourself a long stretch between the right heel and the left knee. Also stretch your neck long, make everything long. Maybe take a block under your right hand if you want that. And then open the left arm up to the sky. The upper back is straight. You're breathing very deeply. You're making yourself long, stretching in every direction. Enjoy this precious moment. And look down. Bring the left arm down. Put the block away and come into a downward facing dog again. And then come down on all fours and get close to a wall. If you don't have a wall, you can just lie on your back and stretch your legs up in the air. The legs don't have to be stretched all the way. You can have a slight bend in your legs. If you can do this at a wall, do so. It can also work with a heavy table or a table that's standing against the wall, and then you just lean your legs to it. Relax here first. You can have your hands on your belly, feel your breath. This is wonderful for your legs, wonderful for circulation. And then put your feet on the wall, push into them and roll up as much as you can and want to, all right? There's no contest. You can do this if it's on a table also. If you don't have a wall near you, you can just bring your feet down on the mat and push your hips up this way. Okay? I'm going back to the wall to show what that looks like. Feel the weight in your shoulders, feel the pressure, your shoulders, your neck, and use that to relax the muscles. Surrender to this pose. And then roll down, be very aware of every vertebrae going down, touching the mat again. Alright, breathe. Wonderful. Roll to the side. Come up and come to the mat again. Seated. I'm going to do a forward fold. Paschimottanasana. But let's not think forward right away. Let's think up first. So stretch out your legs and try to have as straight a low back as possible. If this is already challenging, just bend your knees. Forward fold is not at all about getting your nose down to your knees. It's about flattening the low back and bringing that angle down as much as possible, all right? So if you can do a 90-degree, that's wonderful. Then you can work on stretching the knees, and then you might want to lean forward just a bit. Really concentrate on not pushing out your abdominals. Work on lengthening the head up diagonally, make a really long neck. Feel the sit bones push into the mat. Maybe you can touch your toes. If you can help pulling a little bit with the hands. Don't overdo this because we're going to stay here for a while. This position is wonderful to help cultivate patience. It's calming and invigorating at the same time. That's what's so wonderful about it. Work on maybe pushing the knees into the mat a little more, if that is available to you. And don't ever be too impressed with people who can have their nose between their legs, because there is no difference in my low back whether I'm up here or down here, right? So this is the important part, really. This is what we want to concentrate on. And on the next breath in, come up. Lie down on your backs. Stretch out your legs. Your feet are touching. And place your hands under your glutes, your thighs. Bring the elbows together as much as you can. And we're going to open up into Matsyasana, the fish. So push into your elbows and open your chest up. Don't put a whole lot of weight into your head. The head should actually come off the mat, if that's possible. Really push into the arms, into the elbows, and let the breath open up your chest. Breathe deeply. Arrive in this moment. Celebrate this fish pose. And push a little stronger into the arms. Loosen your neck. Lay yourself back down. You might want to push your neck into or towards the mat a bit. Make it really long. Make a double chin. Feel your whole back on the mat. Breathe deeply. Open your arms, open your legs into Shavasana. And feel the energy, feel the opening that has taken place. Through these 5 poses that incorporated everything. Arms, legs, back, core. Feel how your breath is flowing freely. Feel the openness that you can now carry on with you. Open your eyes, stretch your arms over your head and give yourself a good stretch in all directions. Turn on your side, push yourself up, come into a seated position. Arrive here, don't get up too fast. Always give your body time to digest what you've done. Bring your hands together in front of your chest. Thank you for joining me on the mat. Thank yourself. And have a wonderful rest of the day. Bye.